Hello everyone. We all know that our world is facing one of the largest problems, COVID-19. Due to that, all the school and colleges are closed. So that our school is also closed. Our school residential Gurukul is also closed. Uh, so that our school administration has started some video lectures. We will put our video lecture on our YouTube channel, and you can see the link in our WhatsApp group. So today we are just starting some basics of science that we are studying in 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard and 10th standard. This video is very useful for 7th standard, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th standard. Now we are starting about element. In the 8th standard it's given as a metal and non-metal. In 7th also it's given as some physical and chemical changes. In 9th also metal and non-metal is important, and 10th standard also this is very important. First we will talk about element. Whatever we are seeing in our surrounding, we can divide into two parts, or we can divide into two or more than two parts. So first we will see how we can divide all the substance what we are seeing in our surrounding, how we can divide into two or more than two parts. So first we are starting with elements. So what is element? All the basic part, all the basic thing what we are seeing is made up of three small particles. All the elements. What is the element? First thing, what is the element? The definition of element is one of the purest substance which we cannot break into two or more than two substance. And element is made up of three small particles: electron, proton and neutron. Now we have to divide the element into two parts, metal and non-metal. We know how we can divide into two parts, how we can separate any group of material or any group of substance, how we can separate into two different parts. We have two major property. One is known as physical property, and second one is the chemical property. Chemical property we will study in our next video lecture. Today we will discuss about the physical property. So physical property, what we know about the physical property, which we feel and which we realize physically, is known as physical property. Element, we can divide element into two major parts. There are three parts: metal, non-metal and metalloids. But in this video we will not discuss about the metalloids. We will discuss only about metal and non-metal. So what is the physical property? How we can divide element into metal and non-metal on the basis of physical property. So these are some charts related to metal and non-metal. First property of physical property of metal is malleability. Malleability means we can a metal can be spread as a sheet. If you beat it, we can convert into a sheet, but a non-metal we cannot beat and we cannot convert into a sheet. Second property is ductility. Ductility means we can convert a metal into wire, but we cannot convert a non-metal into wire, like copper. What we are using our wire is the copper or some aluminum or some other metallic wire, is called metallic wire. The third one is sonorous sound. When we beat the metal or when we hit the metal, it will produce a sonorous sound. Sonorous sound is a melody sound. It will produce a melody sound. But non-metal will not produce any sonorous sound, and it's brittle in nature. If you will hit, it will hard with some. If you will put a hammer on a non-metal, it will break into different parts. Is known as brittle. Nature is brittle in nature. The fourth one is conductor. All the metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, so that we are using in our electricity, so that we are using a metallic wire and metallic equipments in our utensils. Is all the utensils are made up of any metal. The fifth one is luster. All the metal has a good luster. And the next one is solid. All the metal are at normal room temperature. All the metals are solid in nature, but exceptions are there in the chemistry. But whenever we are talking about the chemistry, there are exceptions are there. So the mercury is one of the exception for this example. For solid, all the metals are solid except mercury, and all the metals are very hard. We cannot break it by simply cutting. But exceptions are there with potassium and sodium. We can cut with a simple knife. So these are three exceptions in metal. When we are talking about the physical property, these are the three major exceptions in that. High melting and high boiling point. all the metal has high melting and high boiling point, but a non-metal has low melting point and low boiling point. And all the non-metal is normally formed at as a liquid form or a gaseous form. So these are the basic difference of metal and non-metal is known as the physical property. We will discuss in our next lecture as a chemical property how we can separate element on the basis of his chemical property in metal and non-metal. Thank you everyone.